ask the question about where we live, we need to go right back to the beginning. We live within the solar system. Within the solar system, we live on the planet Earth. On the planet Earth, we live within the continent Europe. Within Europe, we live amongst a group of countries called the United Kingdom of Great Britain. This includes England, Wales, Scotland, and Northern Ireland. Within the United Kingdom, we live in the country of England. Within England, there are invisible lines to separate different areas, called counties. And within each county, there are different areas that people can live. We live in the north east of England. Some people live in cities. Some people live in towns. And some people live in villages. But what's the difference? A city is one of the biggest types of settlement and often has millions of people living in it. So it needs to have lots of different places to live, like flats, houses, apartments. It also usually has lots of different places of worship. It might have a school, leisure facilities, and often a cathedral. Can you think of any places close to you like that? You're right, Durham is a city. Newcastle is a city. Sunderland is a city, even though it doesn't have a cathedral. Do you know the name of our capital city? You're right, it's London. Can you find London on the map? You're right, it's in the southeast of England. Can you spot any other cities you might have visited in England? Let's go back to the northeast of England. If you don't live in a city, where else might you live? What about a town? A town is a slightly smaller settlement, made for a few thousand people. It tends to have leisure facilities, a place of worship, shops, and different types of places to live too. It also tends to have a town hall. Do you recognise anywhere with these things? You're right, Spennymoor is a town. Why not challenge yourselves to see if you can find any more local towns? Our smallest type of settlement today is a village. These are made for a few hundred people. They tend to have a place of worship and a school like towns and cities, and maybe a few shops. They tend to be surrounded by fields or farms to produce food, which can be sold to towns and cities. Can you think of any local villages? You're right. Tudor is a village. You might be able to think of many more. So where do you live? Which planet do you live on? Which continent do you live in? Which country do you live in? Which county do you live in? Do you live in a city, a town, or a village? Can you name any other cities? Can you name any other counties? Can you use a map to find these things out? Have fun!